labor of love.
I don't believe it is a full-time engagement.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
I think that thing really comes across. I mean, whatever. They pull in sponsors, obviously, you see Mad Cats all over that fucking thing. And some of the other kind of community-focused businesses out there and stuff like that. But it doesn't, like, it feels like you watch that thing. I've never gone. Like, every year, this year more than previous years, I've watched that thing and just went like, fuck, I gotta go.
Yeah, it's so obvious. Like, I watched the arcade edition finals last night. It's like it's so obviously being put on and run by people who want to enjoy it.
Yeah,
like they're doing it because they want it to exist. Like there's
not because hey, we're making a quick buck here.
The sponsorship and the big money interests are not the driving
and
principle there.
I don't want to talk shit about League or any of the StarCraft or any of the stuff that is on the esports side specifically as games or the people that play them. But the events that surround them and the conversations that are not about those games even, but are about, when we see demos for games, you hear people now let's talk about our esports strategy. And it's like before the game is out, they're already trying to position it in this very specific way. And there's nothing organic about it. They're trying to appeal to that scene. So they try to check all these boxes. And then invariably that scene says, yeah, but League of Legends is good. So we're just going to keep playing that. Fuck you. And that stuff just comes and goes, and it just seems like fucking snake oil, and just like there's just so much weird business shit around it. And having been privy to some of those conversations about the teams getting sponsored and some of that, like whatever. There are fighting game players that are sponsored. I mean, I don't want to say that fighting games are 100% immune to what I'm saying, but when you look at that thing, it looks like a group of people in a gigantic hotel ballroom that are fucking stoked to be there, regardless of whether they are shitty at these games and just showing up to have a good time, support some friends, or whether they're real good or whatever. Like, it just seems like a group of people that have a similar interests hanging out. And it's a human mess. And it's a very human mess. And that's why, the fighting game scene has attracted or has been called out for some pretty fucked up shit by some people that are, affiliated with it, because it is that big gargantuan clusterfuck. But the passion that's there is way more exciting to me than the fucking business conversations and cold ass shit that I feel like has become synonymous with esports for me. And a lot of that's probably on me, because I've been exposed to a lot of that fucking shit over the years. The average person that just wants to go to the internet, I'm sure the international is probably fine, right? I mean,
I haven't been, but I would think so, yeah.
People seem to enjoy it last time, and, whatever,
I don't think it's super sponsor heavy, from my understanding. I mean,
I don't know. It's hard to say. There are a lot of people trying to make very quick bucks off of coverage of esports, developing games that appeal to that community and stuff like that, and it all just... It makes the whole thing seem really shallow to me. And that's at the expense of the players. I'm sure there are super passionate players. I was going to say, like, not like players and commentators. And you're right, because every single one of those games is being played competitively. Like, there are people at the core of that who just deeply love that game and how good people can get at it. Right.
But you're right, but there's just like...
There's this layer of sleaze around it.
A bunch of guys in business attire waiting in the wings, just like licking their chops.
Yeah, and
looking at this whole thing.
It seems like fighting games could have gone that way. Instead, they went like, no, we're going to be way too much of a mess for you to even
we're going to keep
approach us.
We're going to keep behaving in ways that makes you not want to be involved with us.
And, that's led to, like I said, it's led to a lot of fucking really dumb shit. But at the same time, I'd probably rather be into that than any of that other stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It just looked super fun watching that. Like it seemed like everyone was just having a great time. The commentators just, they're just people just hanging around.
Yeah.
And then when they're not in that big ballroom, they're somewhere else in Vegas doing something else real stupid.
Yep.
Good on them. So.
Is EVO an acronym?
Evolution.
Okay.
I believe is its full name.
Yeah. What was the new Street Fighter that got announced?
What's it called? Yes. They announced Ultra Street Fighter 4 there.
That's the actual name?
Oh, yeah.
I thought